So today I saw Lisa Frankenstein. This is actually a really interesting movie that I think will get a lot more traction once it gets into streaming. Because it does feel like one of those movies that take a little bit to burn and build an audience. It's one of those where the hardcore fans will, like the people who are really interested, will go out to theaters immediately to see it, but then it'll slowly build a following once it hits streaming and digital. Because it has that feel. It's hard to describe. It just has it. But let's talk about it, shall we? So to start off, the story is pretty simple. So this movie follows this girl whose mom is killed in a house burglary. So I don't remember the actual name of the official term for it, but pretty much a person breaks into their home, kills the mom. The Lisa Swallows is the character's name, Catherine Newton, goes up, escapes, and then comes back down to find her mother dead, the robber away, and all of a sudden her dad marries another one. The stepmom has a daughter, and pretty much what happens is she wishes upon a thunderstorm cloud, I guess, one fateful stormy night, and the thunder just lightning strikes a grave, and this zombie comes back to life, played by Cole Sprouse, which is hilarious to say the least. And then chaos ensues. I'm not gonna go too much into detail about that, as I do want you guys to experience it for yourselves. But yeah, the story is really interesting. One of my favorite parts of the story is how the Catherine Newton, Lisa, and Taffy interact. As in most stories, the sister-stepsister duo are very much at each other's throats and not liking each other and wanting to really kill each other. This is one of the few stories where that's not the case, and I do find that a breath of fresh air. The stepmom is still an evil bitch, but that's a different story. But yeah, story, I will give a hand grenade score. It is very, very fun. It's a fun story. It's interesting concept and premise and take on all of this. Coming into the cinematics, it's visual. It's interesting. It has that 80s feel. It's set in the 80s. Technically, might as well be the 90s with the fact that it's set in 89. But it's got that good, cool feel, and it's got that aesthetic, and it really rounds it out when the dad character is literally one of the dads on Stranger Things. And one thing that I really liked is that transition from the opening sequence. It's animated in black and white, and then it leads into the movie, and then boom, it's live action. And I really like that little directing take. I'm pretty sure I noticed at one point the aspect ratio actually was shrinking to fit the feeling of the character, and I really enjoyed that. It's a really cool cinematic trick and directing idea that will grant both of these a hand grenade score, because that was such an interesting, tiny little detail that I don't know if a lot of people caught. I caught it, and I don't know if I'm just going crazy about it or not, but I'm pretty sure the aspect ratio changed at one point during the movie, and then it went back and expanded into its proper aspect ratio. But that was really cool. So hand grenade scores for both of those, and the music selection was also phenomenal. But now the acting, I must say that this oddly reminded me of what I've seen from Swiss Army Man, in how a lot of it is very much physical acting and no real dialogue. I'm talking, of course, specifically about Cole Sprouse's character. He does a phenomenal job in this film. He really fully commits to the character, and it was really great to watch. Catherine Newton's also really good in this film, and they are the really two that really stand out, as they are our two protagonists. So I'll give the acting a hand grenade score as well. Expectations and experience, I had a fun time. My friend who watched it with me also had a fun time. As my friend put it, this is Frankenstein meets Heathers, and I couldn't agree more. I was also getting another film which also starred Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn, called Freaky. That was, for some reason, I was oddly reminded of that as well. And I don't know, I really enjoyed this film. This is a solid hand grenade movie. I am probably planning on rewatching this fairly soon, as I think more people need to watch it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys next time.